Hey everyone, it's Leanne here at Blue Dragonfly Marketing Strategies. Thought I'd just pop on for a second and show you a little bit of how you may choose to use the census data information that is publicly available to you. And so what you're seeing here is the Stats Canada website, and you can just Google that, search it up, and it'll bring you to right here. And so all you need to do is click on the census data, and so then go on to census profile. In the census profile, what you can do is you can type in the name of your community that you want to look up, or if you know the postal code or geographic code, you can enter that as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter the place of Saskatoon, which is a city in Saskatchewan. So I'll just do a quick search here, and you can see here that I can look at this in different ways. So I can see the city of Saskatoon in its entirety. I can also look at Saskatoon West, Grasswood, or University. So it's nice on a really big center like that it is broken out like that. So in this case, I'm just going to click Saskatoon as city as a whole. And so when I go in here, information that may be of value is to see what the population is and what any population changes are. So as you can see here, the population has increased from 2016. The most recent census that was done was in 2021. Another really awesome thing that I really like to see is how old are the people in the neighborhood? And so you can go in and you can have a look at the age characteristics. And so let's say that I have a product or service that I feel is really going to be good for people that are aged 20 to 29 years of age. And I want to know how many of those people are in that area. And so I can see that 20 to 24 has just over 19,000 people in Saskatoon, and 25 to 29 has just over 20,000 people in the city of Saskatoon. And what's interesting is if I were to scroll over, I can also look to see where applicable, it does break it down by gender. In addition to age characteristics, you can also go in here and look to see what some household and dwelling characteristics are. So you can, let's say that you're building houses or wanting to finance something like that. You can look to see how many are single detached houses, row houses, apartments, and that type of thing. You can see what the marital status is. So let's say that you have something where you're wanting to reach out to people who are living common law, and you want to understand what's the opportunity of people in the city of Saskatoon who live common law. And so you can see here that there are 20,260 people who live common law. And then it also breaks it down here further. So maybe you want to maybe your target audience is actually widowed people who are living common law. So now you can see that there are 380 individuals who are living in that way. Could be valuable information for you. You can look to see family characteristics. So if you're wanting to maybe get a better understanding of, people who have 4 people in the household, or four people that live as a family, well, you can see here there's 13,720. Information as well that could be valuable to you. And I'm just going to scroll down. There's a lot of information in here. You can look to see if there's couple family households with and without children. So let's say that you have a product or service that is really geared towards parents. Well, you can look to see parents who are living as a couple with children. There's 27,000 in the city of Saskatoon. Could be interesting information. It all depends on who your market is and what your product or service is, so that you can understand what's the potential. You can look to see what the incomes of individuals were or are in 2020. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit more. There's a lot, as you can see, great information held within the census data. You can look to see what their native tongue is, their languages that they speak. You can look to see what some household characteristics are within there. You can look to see if they own their home, if they rent a home. There's lots of really rich information. So I encourage you to go in and have a look. But you can also look to see, well, that's really good information for the city of Saskatoon, but I'd kind of like to see what is going on in a community that's outside of Saskatoon. So let's say that I want to see a little bit more about the community of Vanscoy. Vanscoy is just outside of Saskatoon. And so I can see that I can look at the village of Vanscoy, but I can also look at the RM of Vanscoy. So this could be valuable information as well. For this example, I'm just going to click on the village of Vanscoy. So now you can see Saskatoon is still showing here, but if I scroll over, Vanscoy is here as well. And so now I can look to see what that information looks like there. And I can add several more communities in there. What else is really great is I can download this into a CSV file, which I would save into Excel, which I can then sort the information and be able to find quickly the pieces that are relevant for me. An example might be, that example I gave of 20 to 29-year-olds. Maybe I'll look to see how many 20 to 29-year-olds that I currently have as a client. And then I can see what's the opportunity, what's the market potential to see what my penetration might be in there. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. This is a great tool that's free and accessible to everyone. Have a great day.